Chargers and the Philadelphia Eagles. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
Ready? Hurt. 19 Charger.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. The former number 3 pick, Joey Bosa, bringing the lumber that time.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Throwing is Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Austin Eckler, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is, and his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. On the move past the 40. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Charger drive about to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick-6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick-6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Here comes Nasir Adderley from his end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. It's Eckler again. And that's going to be good for a Chargers first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
On first down, it's Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. These two teams all tied after one. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick six? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Now a throw complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Herbert now. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Hassan Reddick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick. Whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or worse, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it. Because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows the defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
Panther 11, Panther 11.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. On third down, they'll run it with Sanders. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Go check.
Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Let's go now.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Second pirate. Second pirate. Go.
Back to throw here. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line.
Partner, there's no other way you could describe it because that was absolutely just gut-wrenching for that offense. They were right on the precipice. Points were available. All they had to do was just fall forward, and they were going to put them up on the board. Instead, a long drive ends in heartbreak and a melancholy trip back to the drawing board. I like it when I go a little bit lyrical for you.
Josh Sweat coming in strong and dropping him behind the line of scrimmage.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
From his own end zone, Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. They'll roll him out right. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Returnable here from the 38. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
18 runners.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go. Hurt. Back to 60.
They'll run with Sanders. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2.
Ready.
On 2nd and goal, Hurts. To the back of the end zone, but too high. Over everybody and incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Elliott is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Flushed out right. And he rifles one incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Herbert back to the air.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. He'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Josh Palmer.
38 yards.
And the Chargers have retaken a third quarter lead.
Hopkins with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead is already changed.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
It's a second down run with Sanders, and he'll take this one down to the 36. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Check pass. Check pass. No, read. Go.
Throwing is Hurts. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. Touchdown, Eagles. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they turn that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But, boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 17-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert escaping the pressure right. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Hurts eluding the pressure right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Here's Hurts to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL.
Come on. Hey. Big Lions. Crack all 80.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to roam now. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 86 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
70 Rangers.
On 1st down, Hurts. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Dancing to his left. He'll fire this one deep for Eckler. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. But that's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hurt. 18, tight end.
Hurts sets up to throw it. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go.
And now it's third down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. First down, and they stick with Eckler. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. On third down, here's Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch.
He's got a man, complete. Fighting through, and he's got space. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Chris Watkins, 85 yards. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Hurts will throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets it back within a field goal. So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. The Charger drive about to get going. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. That play ended for a net loss thanks to Javon Hargrave.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to be a whole lot of room to run. And in this case, ball protection takes precedent over trying to make something happen.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time, ball caught free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This is fielded at the 27. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
They'll look to throw.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Derwin James with a pick, and the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
They'll find Williams on the slant.
And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.